Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to our daily live trading pre-market analysis morning show on here, where we spend time looking at stock market through technical analysis to be able to ping pong you, to guide you on how to make money on some of the opportunities. It is currently 5:52 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California, meaning it is quick approaching 9 a.m. in New York and in Toronto. We welcome Mr. Joe in the live chat. Miss J-Lo, glad to have you. All right. Let's dive in, folks. Let's dive in with what worked yesterday, what didn't work, what's to expect today. So the chart that you are looking at right now is none other than our beloved. I don't know about beloved. This spy. Because the reason yesterday, did I mention it yesterday in the video? We made a video yesterday on a trade that we take, which resemble pretty much a lot of trades that we have been highlighting here. So finally, I'm making a video, but maybe I don't know. I just need to maybe those instructions, educational video. Eventually, maybe they can help somebody out there on just the opportunities that's reside in this market that the stock market provide on here. So here's SPY, folks. This is the 15-minute chart of SPY. I don't know about you, but yesterday I said, okay, bears or bulls, doesn't matter. Uh, there was money to be made yesterday in both directions. Yeah, and the challenge, at least, or the remarkable part for me, well, wish that happened yesterday, but then this morning, look where the pre-market is. SPY closed yesterday at 420, and now just almost 3 points down, 417, the same place where it actually started a rally. The rally started yesterday, let's see, was 9 Pacific on here, so was 12 Eastern, after posting in a low 416. And that was from a prior day gap, folks. Yeah, so you see this is what we talked about. Okay, volatility or stock that are moving. So here the movement of a gap, this previous day gap here. So on Wednesday we closed at 417.35. Thursday we gap all the way to 420.32, put in a quick high and then just sold off from there, and then just to rally. These, you want to trade SPY, you have to be able to perfectly read the chart from a technical analysis perspective. Yeah, so the gap on here would have gotten us into a gangster trade on there, or just trade it straight up after the second candle below VWAP, posting lower lows, especially outside of the upper Bollinger, and just taking it all the way. The moment here, I mean, the idea here was the touch of the lower Bollinger Band. Yeah, lower Bollinger acts as a natural. Let me try to make sure that you guys can see that fully, as a natural support. And then, well, let's even say this candle here, the green candle at 9:30 Pacific, so that will be 12:30 Eastern. Yeah, it's almost a big candle, almost a full dollar recovery. So from there above, it beats. Now SPY is able to track above both EMAs that acted as natural resistance, and from there, even if you traded this from 418 to 420, that's not that bad. But you would have been wise to take your money, right? Because this is a kangaroo market, meaning the market is just jumping from spot to spot. We have seen a lack of consistency here on a day-to-day basis. Over the longer time frame, I mean, SPY has been in a tight range. Right? This is a tight range on here of how many points? I mean, 411 last week, 420. That's actually 10 points. That's not bad, but there's very little money to be made on there. I mean, when we're talking making 100% on the trade, it's pretty much, you day trade that, and that whatever move that it has, and then you take your profit. So that's those opportunities that exist. Very quickly here, Invesco, the text, the QQQ. Here were the QQQ yesterday. This is the daily chart of it, but let's bring in the 15 minutes. just as we did for the other one. This is what the 15-minute line. The recovery was not equal to the SPY recovery. Yeah, SPY has been very, very strong lately, literally. So there's that 418. I'm not sure what's happening with that. We know that we had very massive prints on there. So far, we have not seen SPY being able to sustain above 418. Yesterday was the first day we closed above 420, but that didn't last long, did it? Yeah. Here we are this morning talking about 417 something. So it's very interesting what's going to happen with that 418. If you were to ask me at some point over the next couple of weeks here, we can expect SPY to maybe come back and retest 400. That's just me, because I mean it can only go up so much. Yeah. So, but let's see what happens on the. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. So this was the initial sell-off here for the first 2.5 hours. Just a series of lower lows overall on the Qs, and then a recovery. So from a daily perspective, on the daily chart, sideways, really sideways, very, very tight range. Even, yeah, 411, 420 has been the range for SPY over the last, let's say, 10 days. For QQQ is almost like the entire April. Yeah, since April the 13th, yeah, half of the month on here, which is a lot. Yeah, half of the month here, so it's 5, 10. For the last 14 days, QQQ has been in a very tight range of 336, 340. So now we notice this on here. I mean, for those new in technical analysis, I'm introducing the concept of lower and upper Bollinger. They are squeezing, meaning that the distance between the lower Bollinger, which is the bottom one here in pink, sorry about my colors, and the upper Bollinger, the red one here, the circles, that distance is getting smaller. So that pinch will create so we can call this a consolidation, if you will, really. So almost half a month of consolidation here since the 12th or the 11th or the 12th of April. Eventually, QQQ will provide a direction on here. We have seen, you can look at the daily chart when you are performing your technical analysis. You have seen that here. Here it is. The last time that happened, toward the beginning of April. Yeah, notice we are going to be beginning a new month next Monday. Yes, we are in May. May is upon us, folks. So let's see what that happens on the. We've seen that on here. On that instance, it triggered to the bullish side. So it's not impossible for us. We come here Monday, next Monday, or even by the time of the close today, you know what loves to be doing, right? These ETFs typically, especially when we start the day bearish like this, is not if it's a matter of time when the melt up can start. So let's just be mindful of that. They are moving. We know how to trade them with confidence accordingly. So that's we will be looking on for those ETFs. What they do. All right, so that's a SPY, QQQ. How about IWM? As it is right now 9 a.m. Eastern time, and you are watching a live day trading session, pre-market analysis here at Successful Trading's YouTube channel. All right, here is IWM. Oh my goodness. So IWM, just like everybody yesterday, gapped up, but it could not sustain that gap. We have been talking about IWM missing, lacking room on the upper Bollinger Band to go higher. Well, it could not. So this one actually is the one that sold off the most yesterday. 5 points from the open to the low. The 15-minute chart looks something like, look at this. Sorry about my background color on there. So from opening 230.90, and the opening price 230.90 was the high of the day. That just tells you the algo was bent. So for me, and I don't know about you, but as a trader, how do you reconcile this? The same. Well, how can a market, okay, in pre-market allow this, okay, so this price to be trading this all the way this way, and then just to go the opposite direction? So if you're able to reconcile that as a trader, understand that the market is made of several traders, meaning the people in the pre-market who are buying this stock, all of the stock yesterday, they're not the same people selling them afterwards. That's what you understand. Different forces. You and I, we are part of the market. It's just that our weighting, our influence on the market is not that much. Even if you are buying stocks, I mean, I don't know about you. For me, my buying power is not as much as some of the big institutions that these are the big institutions that determine the true direction. Hence, we always tell traders, yeah, pre-markets just gives you a hint, but you don't know if all market participants they are actually participating during the pre-market into getting a stock to where you see it. Hence, for us, we love when we see movement in pre-market because then we know only two things can happen. If all market participants they're in agreement with that direction will gain even further momentum during the live session and then it can continue in that direction. If not, we tend to see a lot of reversal. So such reversal, we have seen them over the last couple of days on here on two instances that I featured yesterday on the video. These folks, the chart that you are looking at here, believe it or not, Caterpillar, if we were to do a Ganser trade on it yesterday, would have yielded a 30 bagger. I caught this one late. I don't even know how. Maybe I went to Finwiz and saw what was down. I caught this one late here on this candle. So I traded less than 20 minutes in this to get 100%. But we showed in the video yesterday, yeah, against the trade on this, you would have had an entry for those contracts at 5 cents. They went to $1.68. For me, I closed that position at $1.55 from 72 cents. But it was late. It was late. Look at this. This is over almost an hour into the session on that. So trading Ganser trade, pre-market movement is definitely, I mean, it's not the first time for us we have seen this. We have known this for a while, right? That's what we teach to you here at Successful Trading. That's what of the most proven strategy. Here's another one, folks. AMD. It was 2 days ago on this very channel. This one was a nice 10 bagger. The 80 put, you could have gotten them for 3 cents, and they went all the way to 38 cents or thereabouts. Yeah, so I think they went. Yeah, they may have no because of Theta. They didn't go that much lower yesterday. So this time around, let's say maybe they can still be in play today because now in pre-market here, AMD is trading at 82.85. So it's one of those days. Friday, last day of the month. Anything goes today. Anything is fair game today. So we will be on the lookout for some opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, you know how we identify opportunities here, right? In pre-market, we want to find stock that are moving the most. What's my favorite stock to trade? The one that's moving the fastest on that day, on that week. And we don't care about the direction. Whichever one is moving the fastest. So Twitter is definitely moving super fast. Yeah. So this is one of those instances. I mean, it's possible. Yeah. We didn't say we do repeat here each and every day that we don't trade earnings before. Yeah. Meaning taking a position before just because on earnings there's so much implied volatility that come into effect. So, but I mean, on some days here we have seen which one was it? The other day. Yeah, I think it was UPS. UPS definitely. But how do you know the direction? There's no knowing the direction. Then a step further will be, oh, let's strangle. Yeah, you're going to strangle, but in order for that to be a winning trade overall, one of the direction need to pay more than 100%. That's not always a guarantee. That's not always a guarantee. So as a rule of thumb, now, I mean, I've done a lot of research on this, but as a rule of thumb, if I were to give you a guidance, in order for you to confidently feel that you can make money strangling in both directions, the stock need to move at least by 10%. But even then, you're barely making it. So why risk it? So when we are looking at Twitter at minus 13%, yeah, I'm sure. Let's say anything in the money today. Let's say the 60 puts. Yes, they definitely were going to appreciate. But the 60 put yesterday, my friend, how much were they going for? They were over $1 for sure. So are you willing to risk $1 in each direction to try? So meaning that would have meant. So the 60 put yesterday on Twitter, they were going for $1.10. Yeah. So if you have gotten them, okay, congratulations. Because the stock is moving 13%, so you are $4 in the money. So that's going to be I think this one would be relatively clean trade. Maybe it's gonna pay $3 thereabout, but then you will have spent another 100 on the opposite direction, right, for the call. Yeah. So for the calls, if you were to take the 70 calls, the 70 calls were going for, on Twitter yesterday, they were going for $1.33. Or let's just make it even. So you'll have taken maybe the 71 to have perfect symmetry in both directions from, let's say, 65 closing, right? Actually, yeah, that tells us that the puts were a little bit more expensive, because 5 points away, the 70, no, actually the calls were more expensive, yeah, because 5 points from 65 closing yesterday, 5 points up will be 70. Those contracts were worth $1.33 versus 65 points down, those contracts were worth $1.10. So calls were more expensive yesterday. So for those who were especially, you remember the day before, after, let's say, Facebook had its earning, this one took a shine to that. So as a proxy, you could have traded um, Twitter as a proxy to Facebook, because they are in the same sector here, social media. But well, today it's reversing. So the 10 people who may have been confident about uh, positive numbers overall, the market, it's not so much the news, right? That's why we keep telling you, don't trade the news. It's the reaction to the news that's important. Meaning, all you and I, we should care about is the price. Yeah, news will come out, but how does it react? I cannot tell you that I know how to interpret the news. I don't know how to interpret that. Oh, a company beat the earnings, big deal. Every, I, I think in the S&P you have 90% of the company beating the earnings. That doesn't mean anything whatsoever. Yeah. So I don't know the detail about Twitter, but I'm sure they beat the earnings. And why is it done? Maybe somebody will say, oh, um, the user engagement, or the guidance, or whatever. There's always something. So this morning we are seeing a lot of downgrade on this stock, which in the first place, I mean, I've been trading Twitter for a while. Twitter has always been like, wasn't going anywhere. All of the sudden this year, it spiked all the way recently, right? In 2021, spiked all the way to 60, 70, even it hit 80. Could you believe that? Yeah, early March, this stock was trading at $80, and here it is now. It can barely hold 55, 56, $57. So for us, this movement in pre-market lends itself to a gangster trade. All right, so we just play arbitrage. So for us on here, we love it. We love it, love it, love it when a stock it's moving this much in pre-market. So 2 million shares trading at 56.36. All right. So what's going to happen here? Are they going to find um, buyers in order for this to reverse? Okay, that would be great. I mean, if that's what's happened, that means that for us, we are able to get into super cheap puts, calls rather, in here when the market open. So what are we targeting? We are targeting 60, 61. We're trying to get them for less than 10 cents and see if it rally. If not, if the sell-off continues, where are some of where's the support on this chart? Let's go to Twitter here. So if the sell-off continues, our puts stand to do well. So the support on here, I mean, whew, I mean 50. So this is an area, so 54, yeah, 54, because it was previous resistance. So when a stock is coming down, you need to look to the left. What was the prior in the past, meaning in the past, a resistance level, that would be that was supported. So we're seeing a lot of touches here around 54-ish. So chances are they may test it. If it breaks that level, my friend, then we are looking all the way. I mean, not, yeah, I mean, there wasn't that much resistance at 52. I mean, this thing can fall. This thing can fall. Earnings were Twitter, I mean, even, I mean, pre-market here minus 13%. I've seen earnings where Twitter will start minus 20%. And so be mindful. Do not have that retail traders approach. Typically, oh, a stock has moved too much. No. So for us, for our traders, we already written down the trade, the gangster trade for today. So which in the, I mean, 50, 51 puts and the 60, 61 calls for Twitter. So we just wanted to move as much as possible. Continue moving in that direction or in the opposite direction. That's fine with us. All right. So that's one. On the same list, we got that from here. So if you don't know by now how to get to do that, so for us, you will come here during, and then this is something we can continue. We will continue doing so. How to find stock that had earnings yesterday after market close and today before market open. I believe that filter alone provided 48 opportunities. Twitter is the top one on there because the one moving the most. Here's Neo. Okay. Here's X. You know, we like X on here. So X is moving minus 3.6% at 21.79. Implied volatility is going to come down. So instead of getting it as a Friday no wahala yesterday, we avoided that mess of earnings. And but thus we can trade it directionally today, or you can just set up a Gangster trade on it this morning. Here's Western Digital on the other end of the spectrum on the bullish side. So we are taking both. Yeah, Western Digital is going to be our other Gangster trade for today. So according to this, the Western Digital is the highest mover of all the stock that had earning yesterday after market close and this morning before market open. So Western Digital is the one that has moved the most positively. So 73 80 is the price plus 3.76%. If you are new on here, and then Amazon is here as well, plus 2.35%. We really like to trade, and then as we say that AZN just jump in front of Western Digital. So Western Digital, again, we set up a trade, a Gangster trade for our traders on there. It's one of those stocks that if you haven't seen it yet, through our quantitative analysis, on days like this, Western Digital like to put in a high before actually putting in a low, meaning we have seen opportunities on here where we make money on our Gangster trade in both directions. Yes, so now let's be ready for that. We are targeting 78 calls for Western Digital for 10 to 15 cents and 68.69 puts. I mean, you can use otherwise. For me, in any case, definitely, I expect at some point Western Digital to give us a trend, and if the Gangster trade does not give me a feel on those price limit prices, I will definitely just adjust them and trade it accordingly based on its direction. So what else here? Okay, Amazon. Okay, 35.52. Amazon is one of those. I said usually I like to just really throw pennies at it. So what did I do last time? I think last time I was able to get into some calls. I mean, like $400 away for 6 cents, and they appreciate it very quickly. So maybe yeah, so something of the like this morning on here. So that will mean most likely 4,000 Amazon 4,000. But I mean that's one is just for maybe for teaching purposes. If I'm able to get into that, I will make a video later on onto that. All right, there are definitely a lot. So now that we have had a lot of earnings, do not forget that second day and second and third day momentum, meaning that stock, let's say that had earnings Wednesday, today is going to be the say day two, or yesterday. It's going to be the day one or day three, even for some that had earning on Tuesday. So you keep an eye on whatever moving, and you take the trade accordingly using the bearish below VWAP and the bullish above VWAP. That's really all that we have to share with you here this morning. It's the end of the month. The market is starting down, so it's Friday. So guess what? Late into the day, we will be taking a look at our friend SPY. Not just SPY. I mean, all three ETF, they are fair game on Friday, right? So SPY, QQQ, IWM, will they go with putting in a quick low of the day and then spend the rest of the afternoon New York time rallying, melting up to close the month bullishly? If not, whatever trend that is, we will trade it accordingly. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's the end of the month. When we resume, God willing, on Monday, we will be into May. May the 3rd will be that first Monday. Have a great trading session, everybody. We catch you on the next episode. of the stock market technical analysis daily here on Successful Trading's YouTube channel. Bye bye.